me show you what we have so far. Press play. What happens is he pushes his face against the bars flex, and he smushes his face through the bars. This frame right here has a hold duration of 3. I'm going to put that back to none. Last frame also has a hold duration of 5. I'm going to put that back to none. I want to keep on going with this right here. What I want to happen is I want his face to come out completely from the bars and to be completely outside of it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to just retrace everything so I can have a nice start to this part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this one transparent a little bit so I can see, and I'm going to make this one transparent too so I can see over there. This way I'm going to have 2. Make my studio pen black. Make sure I'm on the correct layer, top layer. I'm going to trace over this face because his face is going to pop out completely from the bars. And I just want a fresh image that I can work with. See. Oops. There you go. All right. So the bars behind him. Let's turn that one off. Then the layer where the bars are, let's redraw everything smoother. Yeah. Smooth it this way. Smooth it this way. And I'm going to need a little help here, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off that behind him. I'm going to turn this off. Turn that off so I can see better. Turn that off. I'm going to try to distance myself properly from the microphone. Try to get a better audio. It's not just... Okay. So this way here. So this way our lines would be a little bit cleaner. Oops. Double fingers to redo. And there we go. And this one would be also curved like this. But this one would be straight. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill in the line here. Fill in the line here. So that would be the background after his face smooshes out. So this layer would become the new frame. So on here, go ahead and return everything back to the normal. So we have from this frame to this frame, turn that on. So from here to here, he pops out completely. So we're going to have to create some in-between fields, in-between layers from when he gets to this point to that point. So you go ahead and raise everything back to their normal opacity. So now it's a matter of just figuring out what are the frames between here and here. Do I want him to be like a ball, a squishy ball that kind of like putty, really, really fast? Or do I want it to be kind of slow so you see him trying to maybe try to push and, or maybe even go, and then finally, right? As opposed to just going through it like the Terminator. Remember when the Terminator goes through the bars, he just slides through it? Do I want my character to maybe struggle for a while, push back, and struggle again, and push back, and finally, break through the bars? Let's try the struggling, fall back, struggling again, fall back, and finally, boom, break through the bars. So from here to there, let's make another blank frame, add frame. That's going to be blank. And I'm going to turn on the onion skin so I can see what comes before and after. But because all the other stuff, the onion skin also shows the colors on the background, I'm going to have to take off the colors, the white from the background, so I could just see the outline from the previous frame. So I can have more of a gauge from when he gets from here to there. See how his meat, go zoom in. I keep on forgetting to zoom in because I can see the picture really, really clear, but you guys cannot see as clear as I can. So this meat right here, and this meat right here, how does he get his whole head through there? Does he squeeze everything through this little section here? How would this happen? Right? How would it be that he gets to squeeze everything through here? I'm thinking that he would squeeze his whole face through. So let's do this on the empty frame. Let's make his let's make his eye go like this. Oops. Eye go like that. And then make his other eye go like this. And then his cheek right here would have to squeeze more in like this. All right. Then this cheek here would have to squeeze in more like this, like it's coming through his, and even his nose, because his nose is the green on the next frame. His nose too also has to squeeze a little bit more. But I want his smile to be weirdly consistent and his eyes to be weirdly consistent. So I'm going to put that on another frame, another layer, I mean, so I can play with his eyes smushing through the bars like so. It's not natural, it's not normal, but that's the character. Like right here, I'm going to erase some of here to make it somewhat weird sense. So it goes from here to here. Let's put the duplicate the bars underneath here so we can have some sort of, so let's go play this. Okay. So let's right here, let's do a little hold duration so we see what's going on and play it. Okay, notice kind of like a ridiculous thing going on here. That's not, that normal person wouldn't be able to do, but hey. Okay, so let's stop it. Stop. Pause. Let's turn off the hold duration on the frame we were working on. This one right here. And let's add another frame. And now we know that, remember, the red is the previous frame. We are on the most current frame, and the green is the frame after a current frame. So we're in the middle, we're in between. How would this animation be from the previous frame to our current frame to our next frame? How would it look like? What would this in-between frame be? How would it merge like this? And this is like, you would just have to use your imagination. How would he get from point A to C through B? And we are on B. So let's draw this out. Let's use our imagination. Since he is squishing his eye, it seems like here, I would think that this would be squished more this way, right? And this would squish like that. Something like this, right? His eye would like the same thing here. This is the previous frame. So I'm thinking that he would be almost like this. Like that. And let's make this, let's make this like here. So we'll kind of match there. And then this will be a little closer here. The nose would be closer there. And then it's kind of, let's do, this would be like this, right? Because the next is the green, like that. And then this would be, he would almost like that. Like this would almost have to come together, right? The next frame, these two things will have to come together. I'm thinking, since this is going here, let's make this go like that. Let's add another layer here. Put this inside here. And remember his mouth. So let's draw his mouth like this. And like this. Like he's squeezing through it. And his eyes would be somewhat of a shape like this. And somewhat of a weird shape like this. Okay, so let's go see this, what we got going on here. Press play. Okay, so let's do what we did before. Let's have a whole duration of the in-between frame and see if this would work. And if we want to have this frame, him keep on pushing it, and then bounce back, you think that would be kind of like silly to see someone do this in real life? Like from there, right there, he bounced back. Like, can't really get through. His face is all messed up. Then he bounces back and he tries again. Right? Yeah, so let's do that. I'm looking at the time here. 16 minutes. I'm going to stop this animation here. And I will continue the animation on my own. And you guys will catch me tomorrow if you like to see what we have so far. But that's basically where I'm going. I'm going to want him to do a little more here, to move a little more, get a little more movement, and then bounce back like a ball. All right. Thanks for showing up.